G'day, welcome to Tarmac. Today I'm behind the wheel of Porsche's new 911, the 992. Come and have a look and see what this is all about. So the new 911 or 992 has got so much of the 993 in it that you have just no idea, but a bit confusing, but all you need to know is that it's just the much more advanced 8th generation 911. So there you have the 8th generation Porsche 911 or 992 with 993 stuff inside it. Very cool. It's still got the flyline, which runs from the top of the windscreen down to the tail. 20-inch front wheels, 21-inch at the rear. This one's got the sports exhaust, so you can see there's just the one, well, there's two exhausts rather than the quads, and the light bar across the rear. 3-litre engine, 331 kilowatts, 530 newton meters, and just awesome. 0 to 100 in the 4S is 3.4 seconds and 3.5 seconds in the 2S. And the styling is, amazingly, just like a normal 911. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Question is, how does it drive? And quite frankly, brilliant. It drives just like a Porsche should. There's normal mode, which I've been in just around the city. It's a little bit quieter. The sports exhaust is a little bit tamer. The ride is a little bit more comfortable. The steering is slightly less vicious, but it still feels good, and you can still hear things popping up as you're going through. Flicking it up to sport, there you go, your downshift comes in, you've got a little bit more play, a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertainment. It seems funny to be driving behind another 992 and behind another 992. It's great fun. Then Sports Plus, you can hear without even changing my accelerator position, up goes the revs again. The gear shifting is quick and responsive. The steering again is up and ready to go, and boy does it want to play. Yes it does. Remarkable. With each evolution, Porsche just tweaks, nudges, just pushes the boundaries on each little area, just gives it that little bit more of everything. I mean, there's plenty of safety equipment on here to keep you nice and cosseted, but the engine, there's more response out of that 3-litre. There's the 8-speed PDK, just changes sweetly, smoothly, lovely. And the horsepower, you want it. You want to just keep pushing down on the accelerator and letting it go. It's great. Well done, Porsche. Amazing. Also, for the first time, the 911 or the 992 has got wet mode. So just behind here, somewhere in there, in these dark recesses, is a microphone. That picks up any wet water that comes up off the floor and transmit it to the PCM, which will tell the system that you're going through water and to adjust, or gives you the option to go into wet mode. Essentially, it will make the gear responses a little bit less rapid. The accelerator has more of a play on it, and essentially it's there to help you through some of the wild and winter rains that New Zealand has, or anywhere else in the world. I'm lucky enough to Yeah, so does this has launch control?
Yes, it has.
It has launch control, which
Yeah.
I hopefully will try out later and show you all about. So make sure you find a closed road. Foot down hard on the brake. And then let it go. That's quick. For the first time, the 4S and the S are now have the same size haunches at the back, don't they?
That's right. So in previous models, the 4S models always had a wider rear, wider hips.
Yes.
In this generation, they're all the same now. So every model, whichever you choose, has the wide hips.
That's cool. And different size wheels now. So there's 20 on the front and 21s on the rear, is that right?
That's right. So in the previous model, the tire sizes are different.
Yep.
But for this model, we've gone one step further, and even the rim sizes are different now.
So that makes obviously the a surer tail end, but a more rapid front steering.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yes, that's right.
Cabin wise, cabin design, I mean the seats are ever gripping and ever lovely. 10.4 inch
10.9 inch
10.9 inch screen, digital displays across on the instrument cluster.
Yes.
And also the touch display on the around.
Yes. Basically this touch sensitive buttons is a concept that has come from the Panamera.
Yep.
And we're seeing this in the Cayenne as well. And this screen with the new PCM, this is also something that we're first seen in the new Panamera, and follow on by in the Cayenne and the facelifted Macan, and also now in this car. So you have Apple CarPlay, you have the full works.
And we're lucky enough to have the chrono package in this one. The rear spoiler. So there's the rear spoiler moves at what, 70 k's per hour. It will pop up to a what do you call it? The normal position.
This I got to check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's normal position, and then at 140 it gives you full downforce, so it will pop right up. Hopefully I'll be able to show you that, but on closed roads of course. And also it will come up as an air brake, and I wonder if we'll be able to try that as well. We'll see. So other modifications or other, as I say, small tweaks of just enhancing the car as we move forward. There's a lot of 993 influence in this vehicle.
Yes, especially if you look at the bonnet, there's a bit of a recessed area in the middle, and this is something that we have gotten from the previous models, especially from the 993, and also even the interior design concept.
That's right, it's more horizontal now as opposed to vertical, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's just a cleaner split of the way that this has been designed.
James has also come up with some facts for me to share with the group.
Yeah, so as we were mentioning, the rear of the S and the 4S models are now wider, so 44 millimeters wider. And also I think it's interesting to note that how much Porsche has saved the weight in this car. And it's gone to the smallest of details. So for example, for the seats, they have engineered the seats in such a way that they saved 3 kilograms from the total vehicle's weight. So it has gone through every single small component to make sure that it has saved weight.
And I think steel wise, steel wise, there's only 30% now.
That's
steel wise, so the rest is aluminium and composite, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And not just that, but Porsche has also been enhancing its tool making skills. So for example, many of the parts are die cast aluminum as well, which it has produced by itself. So instead of a few separate parts being put together, it's one single die cast part.
Gotcha.
Which has also saved a lot of weight.
Nice. So it's lighter and actually more powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So essentially the power to weight ratio is the best it's ever been?
Yes, it is. Basically the engine has increased by 30 PS and 30 Newton meters in the S models as compared to the previous generation. So it's the best ever power to rate that you can get.
To tell you how fast this car is, and thanks to its symmetrical turbos, but basically it's half a second faster 0 to 100 than a 2010 GT3 RS. But again, as always, the Porsche is a driver's car, and this car so wants to be driven. Yes, it does. So there you have it, the new Porsche 911 992. Stupidly fast, amazing at handling, and so much fun to drive. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. So much more coming out this year. Hopefully you'll be along for the ride.